The nomads serving at Camp Jo'ota near Clarence, Missouri felt good about their first week of productive work. From the Oak Valley cabin, they removed old paneling.
No smiles now, no smiles.
I got my
Serious
I got to hear him. That's funny.
New paneling sheets were given 3 coats of fresh paint. The new paneling gave the cabin walls a beautiful, fresh look. The cabin still needed a lot of trim painting, and the inside painting of the entire cabin commenced. Both the Oak Valley camp and the Deer Park camp needed new flooring. The first hurdle in replacing the floors was what to do with the heavy wooden bunk beds. They were too big to fit through the doors. The only solution was to disassemble the 18 bunk beds in each cabin. This took a lot of time and effort, especially because several different screw heads were used in assembly. With the beds removed, the carpet removal in Oak Valley progressed. Removing the old carpets which were glued to the wooden subfloor in the Oak Valley cabin proved a huge challenge. During the first week, the swimming pool cover was removed, cleaned, and put away. Work also began on the Pioneer shelter, damaged by a falling tree limb. A few new green roofing sheets were ordered. Paddle boats were inspected for needed repairs, as were picnic tables and benches scattered around the campus. The first productive week of service was celebrated Thursday night in nearby Macon at the Pear Tree Restaurant. Nomads provide free, skilled labor. They also provide their own lodging in the form of RVs and provide their own food. They are therefore sought after by church camps, children's homes, churches, and other agencies for needed repairs, remodeling, or expansion to their facilities. Ministries where nomads are invited to serve have only to provide RV hookups and needed materials. Nomads bring with them and provide most of their own equipment. Agencies contact the National Nomad Office to receive a nomad team. Once approved, they are listed on a national program list. There are projects in most every state. Nomad volunteers sign up for projects that interest them. Popular project locations fill up a whole year in advance. Nomad volunteers commit to serving on a project for 3 weeks. They work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off to explore the area or just relax. Every morning now I've been taking a walk around the lake. Such a beautiful place. They prepare for the day ahead each morning with devotions. Group members take turns providing the morning devotions. There are 15-minute breaks, morning and afternoon, with an hour off for lunch. It was through the vision and generosity of 2 women, Mrs. Johanna Riggs and Mrs. Oda Burrows, that the Camp Jo'ota Methodist Youth Camp came into being. The beautiful campus enriches the lives of church youth and adults throughout the summer months, but stays open for special gatherings and events throughout most of the year. During the second and third weeks of work, a lot was accomplished. After further examination, it was decided that the carpets of the Deer Park cabin needed a good shampooing rather than needing to be replaced. The beds were reassembled. The Oak Valley cabin, however, received new floors throughout. All walls were painted. New molding was painted and installed and caulked. New electrical sockets replaced the old, and the cabin looked as good as new. Finally, the beds were reassembled with carpet strips glued to their legs so as not to scratch the new floors. The living room and kitchen area were given a bright new look. The swimming pool was emptied and cleaned. New rungs were put on a ladder in the challenge course. The paddle boats were power washed and new plugs installed. New green sheets of roofing replaced the part of the Pioneer shelter roof damaged by the falling tree limb. Our Nomads project has been so very ably led by Sarge and Maritha from Florida. Some time ago, they served as the Camp Joda camp directors. Also from Florida and serving on their first Nomads project are Vicki and Gary. After each of their spouses had passed away, Karen from New York and Russ from Florida met on a Nomads project. They now also are from Florida. Russ held the distinction of having served on the most, by far, Nomads projects of anyone on our team. Russ has been on some 60 Nomad projects scattered across the United States. Marilyn and Daryl, also on their first Nomads project, are from Marshall, Missouri. Ann and Hal are from Liberty, Missouri. I live full-time in my VW camper van with Colorado plates, where I use my son's home for an address. To the delight of the fishermen on our team, the lake proved to be bountiful and supplied fish fries for the whole group during both the second and the third weeks of work. There was also a pizza night, a burger night, and a chili and tortilla soup night. And of course, there were game nights. On Sunday mornings, team members helped fill the pews in the area churches. Every 3-week Nomads project is a little different, but they are all good experiences, and it is always a little sad when it comes time to head out to other projects scattered across the United States. My next Nomads projects are in Wyoming, Washington, Arizona, Florida, and Georgia. You can learn more about joining a Nomads project by going to methodistnomads.org.